Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dandy ReZero. Tonight we're on Season 2, what episode are we on? 19, I think? Yeah, 19. Because I got 18 up, which means we on 19. Oh, boy. So what happened last time? It's just crazy to me, okay? Pandora, period, right? What else needs to even be said? I mean, I feel like she really stole the episode. She really said, I'm here, pay attention. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Let's first do a little bit of the comments pass. I'm not going to read every comment, because there are a lot of them this time. So, because it's been a couple... Listen, I'm recording this literally 12 hours before it's supposed to come out, so they've really piled up. So we're going to calm ourselves down a little bit. I'm going to read a couple of them. And, yeah, Pog. So let's just start at the top. Pandora. So, this is an important thing. The Witch of Vainglory. At the point of watching this, I was worried that Vainglory was an improper translation of Pride because the comparisons you can make there. But no, Vainglory is just a new sin just enters the chat out of nowhere, out of left field. I'm sitting all comfortable with my 7 deadly, and then number 8 shows up. So that was crazy. And there's a Midnight here I'll get to that in a second. It gives a pretty good rundown of that. So yeah, that's a separate sin. Got that. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Which also include Vainglory and Melancholy in the roster. And I bet there's a lot of different translations, a lot of different ways you can call it, but yeah. Fortuna's Amelia's aunt. True. Fortuna's brother is Amelia's father. True. And his wife was Amelia's mother. True. So when Fortuna attacks Pandora, the implications that Pandora is responsible for the death of Amelia's parents. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, death is a weird word to use with, Satela and all that stuff. But, sure, yeah, yeah, I think I'm following there. And then we did get some information on the seal, right? So Satela's seal apparently has I think there was a tower, and then the dragon defends it, and then there's some information here about Reinhard as a sword saint was kind of supposed to do as well. It's a known location, and so this seal in the forest is not that. Heard. The crazy world building that they kind of sprinkled a little bit of it in, but yeah. So it's a different seal. I'm gonna just keep going with Puck for now because Puck's the destroyer. So, but who knows? Pandora's probably about to spit some bars about it. This is funny. Yeah, Becco. Wait, what's her name? Beatrice. Sorry, the O here just threw me off. Yeah, Beatrice. Betty. That's it. Betty. Is what I've called her, right? Betty and Ekidona, Becky looks the same. She actually is a child at that point. Timeline, 400 years ago, 300, blah, blah, blah. What are we working with? Flashback, all that stuff. Another thing about the sins. Pride is acting arrogant due to one's status and vanities, having a warped view of oneself. Pog, thank you. Doing some skimming. And then I'll read this, and I'll read a couple other things real quick. So, by the way, to anyone, so I read a lot of Midnight's comments, right? One of the reasons, just for anybody watching this, right, that isn't aware, that I read Midnight specifically is Midnight also is watching Season 2, concurrent. As far as I'm aware, they haven't watched ahead, I'm pretty sure. So, it's completely spoiler safe, and it's more a back and forth, right? Where, that, predicting actually works, because, Midnight can predict things without spoiling things because they're at the same spot in the show. So that's one reason that I do read Midnight specifically a lot, if people were wondering about that. But yeah, so a couple things here. Yeah, so I did say Puck seems pretty normal about the whole, what was it? The spirits having emotional outbursts. Or, because remember, Betelgeuse was, immediately sobbing as soon as he sees Amelia, right? And I was like, well, what about Puck? What about other things? They seem pretty normal. But also, yeah, Puck does threaten to destroy the world whenever Amelia dies. And Betty immediately, Betty had her whole breakdown as well. As soon as her composure fades, she immediately crashes. So, good point, true and real. This, I think, is a situation. A couple people are saying stuff about draining mana. I think that's true. What's... Oh, the video's playing. Shut up, video. Oh my goodness. I just heard myself talking. That was so weird. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this is a good point as well, potentially, about the trial. Ryuzu walking into the trial to go grab Garfield could have been enough to just make her automatically take the trial, because there's not necessarily an intent needed. So, her walking in to grab him, she gets sucked into the trial. I could see that happening. I could see that being the thing. And then this. Okay, so this is, the big breakdown of, the sins. So, I did read this. I gave it a once over. This is second over. Okay. So, original 7 capital virtues. Original 7 capital virtues are the only virtues and sins separate from the heavenly virtues and the deadly sins. Pope Gregory, Pog. I didn't go into detail because it would have been a massive derailment, but with Pandora here, I actually have the chance to ramble about it. Pog. So, the fun stuff. This was the original deadly sins. I'll speak it out. Gluttony, lust, gluttony. Sorry, I always add like a big emphasis on that U. Gluttony, you know? Gluttony, lust, wrath, avarice, which is greed. Tristitia or Tristitiana or Tristitia? I think it's Tristitia. Acedia, vainglory, and pride. And so the new ones, Tristitia, acedia, and vainglory. Tristitia, or whatever, Tristitia, basically is sorrow, despair, and depressing emotions. Acedia is apathy, and vainglory is vanity, which excessive boasting, belief in one's own abilities, which is very terrifying with Pandora. I agree with that completely, because it's like she's so like confident in herself to the point of just reckless, like insanity or whatever you want to call it. Reckless doesn't even feel like a good word there, but at the point of insanity, and she's backing it up with, you know, reality wiping and all that nonsense. So that's really scary. I really like that there was an original sin for apathy. I think that's super interesting. It being combined into sloth, because it and Tristitia, the sorrow one, got combined into sloth, is interesting as well. Because yeah, sloth, like, at least I'm thinking back to Subaru, right? When Subaru was feeling kind of slothful when he got imprisoned. Man was in so much pain and misery that he was doing nothing. So it's like the perfect mix between apathy, because he just had to let everything go, and, you know, sorrow and despair, because that's what caused him to let everything go. I just thought that was interesting. And that's like a good example of like why those were combined. You know what happened with Subaru. Am I even recording? Okay, I am. Just had to check. Okay. Vainglory, pride connection, which is kind of cool considering, and this is, I'll just read some of this. Pretty interesting interpretation in the context of ReZero, considering the importance of the Witch of Envy and the fact said Witch of Vanity is named Pandora, coming from mythology in relation to Pandora's box, which contained the many curses, evils, etc. Though also possibly Hope, which was never released, as Pandora closes the box before it gets out, which is just unlucky. You let everything out, and then you just keep in the actual, like, the reason, the best thing in there, the reason you would open it in the first place if you knew, and that's when you close it? Unlucky. Yeah. So that's super cool. And potentially more witches abound, right? What if Tristitia and Acedia pop up? That would be crazy. That would be so cool. But these two, since they got combined into Sloth, like I'd be curious if they made their own appearance. But yeah, potentially, definitely on the playing field. This is super true as well. In that scene where she like wipes Regulus away, and he just disappears, how it goes dead silent. Yeah, actually makes the scene so good. That was so insane. Yeah, and then again, same thing with the vanity, because, yeah, like I said, I was a little confused whether it was a mistranslation of pride or not, because I don't trust my, like, subtitles half the time, you know? I don't know what, like, I download these off of some random website. This is one of the shows that I haven't, like, gone, like, a super curated list for that I've downloaded from. I just grab things randomly. So I was like, oh, shoot, did I just screw things up? Nope. Pog. Yeah. Season 2 Beetlegoose, going insane. Giga Chad Goose, bitch slapping Regulus with the unseen hand. True and real. Shima stuff. The sanctuary collapsed. You know, or not foreshadowing, but like that's where it's leading. Fortuna screaming Pandora. Yeah, we figured that out. Originally, you know, I didn't realize that was her name. We went back, figured that out. Paul, we're good. And then yeah, the Roswell thing. Roswell is that guy that met Echidna. Roswell's super old. That's crazy. That's good to keep in mind. I agree. And then last thing, this was a really good point. So I was saying, like, okay, the witch's cult with Regulus and whatever, right, that we were seeing in the flashback, I was saying, like, okay, they probably want to revive Satela, right? Like, they worship Satela. However, that information that I was using is largely based on just what I've been told, which comes from the public information about the witch cult being, like, envy-based, Witch of Envy-based, but we also know that the public information has not been completely true, right? The whole, like, envy made the mob beasts. That's just not true. Along with, like, all sorts of other stuff people have mentioned. So, what do they actually want if it's not bringing back Satela? Because, you know, they are tormenting Amelia. They're doing a lot of things. Honestly, let me tell you what it feels like to me. I feel like they're scattered. I feel like the witch cult fights amongst itself so much that they don't have a unified goal, you know? Because if they all came together and said, we want Satela back, and they, like, knew what to do with that, then they might be able to. I mean, maybe not with, like, Sword Saint plus Dragon plus Sage. Like, I don't think they'd necessarily be able to just walk up to the seal, but, like, if they were unified, then imagine, like, Beetlegoose, right? How hard it was to kill him with the whale. Imagine if Regulus and Lai were there as well. Like, it would be a no contest. Like, the 3 of them would be enough. And that's 3 out of 7. So, I feel like they're just super just fractured. And we're seeing it in the flashback, too, because Beetlegoose is fighting Pandora, and Regulus. And they're kind of fighting each other, too, right? Regulus and Pandora fight, too. Oh, shoot. You know, I just realized. Let me grab my pencil. So I have the 7 sins here, right? On my little paper. I get to add an 8th. That's crazy. Vain glory. Do I write her as the witch or the bishop? I'm going to write her as the witch. Pandora. Are we going to see a bishop of vainglory? That'd be sick. But anyhow. So I agree with that. And then this I liked a lot. This is just funny. This line just right here. After so many nuanced and interesting ideological and existential conflicts all season, Regulus just barges in with the most pathetic and whiny ranting about the most petty and superficial shit imaginable. It's great. It is actually so funny. It literally, he's just annoying, like, self-obsessed, like egotistical maniac who just walks up and says, what about me? What about me? Blah, 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 blah. It's just, yeah, it's hilarious. It is so funny. And I totally agree with this. I think this is a really cool way to read it. That, you know, we're dealing with boundaries between people. I mean, especially, like, Amelia, all the Amelia stuff. I mean, you could probably read it, you know, bring the word boundary into a lot of that stuff. I feel like I haven't used the word boundary enough. I could probably, I don't know. That's something to keep in mind, right? But Regulus is, like, the extreme of that, is this idea. Which I think is super cool, because he literally, like, just walks up and then is like, oh, you've already broken my boundaries. Like, that's how he feels, right? But yeah, I like him a lot. And then same thing again with the vanity, pride difference kind of stuff. Pandora seeming to have the superpower of gaslighting suits her. It's funny. Oh yeah, and then hopefully this video should release on time. We've been a little off, okay? We've been a little off. And then this, kind of mentioned this already. Wait, I actually didn't read this. Something about a grandma? Spin-off trilogy? You know what? My brain, it can't do it. Wait, fun fact, Pandora only wears that one sheet of fabric and nothing else? Not me looking up Pandora age on my other monitor. Holy, oh, that's a joke. Okay, and then this is the last thing I'm gonna read. Because I agree with this. Maybe. Partially. No, I do. I think I do. Because so it reads, I think web novel readers are a bit too careless. Because there's, you know, here I am, this person, hi, I am Electro, is saying they're a light novel reader and they're getting information that they're unaware of. And so basically, kind of yeah, but also kind of like both. Like, there's so much information that's cut that's, like, super essential to the story. So, like, a lot of that I do kind of want to know. But then this is a really good point. So some cut content might just be moved content. So, yeah, make sure y'all are careful, not even just for me, but for, like, other people that are here for ReZero, right? Like, properly notate what you're talking about, where it comes from, spoiler warnings, this is web novel, this is cut content, this is blah, 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 you know, to make sure people don't get hoed for the stories they care about. And, you know, there's a lot of comments that I kind of want to read, but, you know, they're, like, low like count, lots of replies. I mean, I'm just scared. You know, I don't want to get hood. And I do have a mod that kind of goes through and, like, checks these every once in a while, but, you know, we're chilling. We're being chilling. I do appreciate, you know, everybody talking as well. It's always fun. Even if I don't read it, you know, I'll read it eventually. I'll go back and read some of these eventually. Don't worry about it. We need to watch the break time for this episode. So I just realized that. What are we on? We're 18? So I didn't watch 18, so let's watch 18. Let me pull up 17, make sure. Okay, yeah. 18 we're on. So let me, bink. Bink. Well, watch the break time, and then we will watch the episode, and then we will watch the other break time, and then we will cry. Then we will cry. You excited? You excited to cry? I'm excited to cry. All right, Betty. I see you on my screen. What you got for me? Betty girl. 3, 2, 1, bang. How's that book treating you? Well, this is depressing. Days waiting for the gospel. Yeah, it's just gonna be her sitting and being depressed. Good. Okay, Juice and Ekidona met? That's kind of insane. Wait, because Juice is sloth. Yeah, and she's greed. Yeah. I'm literally checking my notes. Why am I having to check my notes in break time episodes? What the heck? Oh, books. Don't trust her, Betty. Your mom's a monster. She literally created you with an artificial goal with no answer just to watch to see how you would address it. You're an experiment. You're an experiment. You're a lab experiment. And you're a spirit. I don't know how that, ties in, but... Poor Beetlejuice deserved better. This poor guy. Aw, this is kind of cute. Just being chilling. You know something? Reading books? Nah, that's lame. Oh wait, he's not saying that. Dude, imagine Subaru just time loops in a library and reads every book. The knowledge, man. But nah, that's not how you treat your life. Oh, shoot. And even spirits. Just like Mother said. Dude, wait, she said that? That's actually insane, because she's got one. You know? Yep. Dude, you know what's the craziest thing? That was actually, like, really good, right? No wonder y'all wanted me to watch the break time. That's just actual, like, show content. This isn't fun, chibi, like, let's talk about our fun cooking recipe. No, this is, like, actual show. That's just crazy to me. That's just so crazy. I don't even, like, know what to say. That's so tragic. Because they're both spirits, you know? They both live for so long, and then it's like she's, like, betrayed that he died. Because, like, he, like, left her, you know? As, like, another, like, semi-immortal spirit, or whatever you want to call. I don't know, like, their aging process as spirits, but at least a long time. Especially because he jumps bodies, right? And then he dies, right, from Subaru. And, so he lied to her. That's so sad. And then she grabs the book that Ekidona, somebody that's in the, like, got a witch spirit in him, right? Got the witch factor of envy. The witch, she said that it makes people go crazy. That says something for her, that, like, she's aware that she's gone crazy, you know? Because if she says, like, yo, I got the witch factor, and witch factors make people lose themselves. Like, it's like saying she's lost. That's so good. Just like Mother said. And this music, like, what? This show is crazy. It's crazy both in, like, the content, but then also, like, how it was produced. that like such like an actual crazy plot moment like that. Like, because this was a good character, like a really good character moment between these two characters who I thought had no connection, you know? Just randomly they're getting tea together, and I'm like, oh, this is cute. Like, look at them having a little tea time. No, this is the bond they had as people attached to Ekidona, as spirits attached to Ekidona. Who both, read books, had a good time. Though, Juice might have been just like, humoring her a little bit. But, like, point aside, like, they were chilling. And then he dies, and now she's mourning that. Like, that's so sad. And it's in this chibi random format. And then is she asking, could he be the one? Is that what you say? Could that man... Are you talking about... I mean, I think she's talking about Subaru because it cuts to this and Subaru's in it. Like, doing a little, like, giga check. Like, look at me kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, I think she's talking to about Subaru. Especially because she says man instead of spirit. That's kind of got me messed up a little bit. This poor girl. This dude. I'm just trying to like think, like this is such a complicated narrative, and so I'm like trying to like step and like look at it from like a meta narrative, right? Like let me look at it like not even meta narrative. I don't want to throw that term around that much because I am not super confident in like my own definition of that. But like the grander themes and like what to pull out of the show. And it's stuff like that where it's like Ekidona is the vessel for this spirit, right? Or this witch factor, this sin. And she even admits that being having a witch factor drives you crazy. And she's someone with a witch factor. I mean, there's like a sobriety there that's just so crazy to me. Also, poor Amelia, like, it just is... This is one of my, like, the saddest thing in any scene with a kid is whenever the kid thinks it's their fault, I've seen this in a lot of media, and every time it just breaks my heart, Like, here, she's saying, like, because, like, I think it's Fortuna, right? She and Fortuna. Yeah, I think it's Fortuna here. And so she's like, Fortuna has to leave to go fight with Beetlejuice, right? And Amelia says, I won't lie or break my promises anymore. So it's like she thinks somewhere in her kid brain, who doesn't really understand what's going on like very much, she thinks that her lying and her breaking her promises is what's causing Fortuna to leave, and is what's causing like Beetlejuice to have that look on his face, as she says, right? And that's just so, it's just so sad. Because you want to just do exactly what Fortuna's doing here and, like, hold him and tell him, like, it's not your fault. Like, our world, this is just what our world does to people, man. It just hurts, man. And, kids are thrown into it with, like such little orientation so often that they're just, like, just so lost. And it's just, like, you want to guide them. Or at least I want to guide them. I get very, what's the word? Is paternal the right word? Parental. I'll just use parental. Like, I just want to, like, it's like, I feel for this kid so much. I just want to, like, guide you in the right direction, man. It, like, opens my heart up. It makes me so sad. Man. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. And then Archie, Giga Chad Archie out of nowhere, out of left field. Beetlejuice is getting rolled by Regulus. He's like, oh, I'm not a sadist. This guy. It's funny. Regulus is such a hoe. Pandora says, yeah, go hang out with your wives. Wait, so she's only wearing this white piece of cloth? Piece of cloth? Wow. Piece of cloth. Give me a look at her. It's like a bed sheet. It's like a long gown bed sheet. I'm just trying to get like a full body, like, normal shot of her. Hello? Can I get a single shot of Pandora? Okay, that's good enough. Fortuna, Pandora, you wild with it. You kind of bad, aren't you? You kind of a bad girl. Okay, that's too far. That's much too far, and I apologize. Okay. Yeah, and poor Betty making friends with all these spirits, and then she's alone in her library, right? She becomes friends with Ryuzu here. No, Ryuzu's a flesh being at this point, right? Because it's the memories of the actual Ryuzu. No, this is not a spirit in this case. But she's making friends with all these things like Beetlejuice and like Ryuzu, and then she's just alone in her library with a Beetlejuice who's gone mad, with a Ryuzu who she's just completely apart from. Ryuzu's in the sanctuary and Betty's not supposed to be there. She's supposed to be in the manor. It's just sad. She's just alone. She's just alone. And waiting. It's not even like alone. It's alone and she's waiting. It's like she's waiting for someone to come home. But that person will never come because there is no person because it was just made up by Akidona. Or rather, you can maybe say, like, the person, like, she has to decide who the person is, right? It's like who is your person? Who will you let that be? But Akidona, like, literally, in my remembering and my understanding of Akidona and the whole thing, she literally just did it as an experiment. And not that, like, just because you were created as an experiment for, like, some, like, horrible purpose of, like, I just want to see what happens, that doesn't mean that that's what your life has to be. I would say, you can be born an experiment, but that's just why it's like, that's why it's, how do I word this? I'm having so much trouble. Like, people have reasons for bringing people into this world, right? But whatever reason that is, doesn't have to be the reason they were born. If you know what I mean, right? Like, I hope that an individual, right, defines or creates their own reason for living. And no amount, because, like, think about it, right? The pressures that, like a parent, or in this case, a witch that created Betty, the pressures that are external coming in on, like, this is why you were born. You were born for my ambition. You were born to make up for my failures. You were born to, I don't know, work the farm fields. People used to have kids to, like, get more labor, and people still do that in certain parts of the world. Or, you were born for X, Y, Z. You were born just so I could experiment. You were born as a test for fun. Those are all external, right? They come from someone outside coming in. And what I value more is the internal, right? Like, their own reason for being. So, like, even if Betty was made as an experiment by Akidona for who's the one, what's she going to do with that? That doesn't mean that the one, all it is just an empty experiment. Like, I think it's up to Betty to figure out what the one even means to her. And, like, let that be that internal thing, like the core, I don't know. It's just crazy how this random, as Subaru calls her, lolly librarian, has pulled out these, like, themes of, like, reason for being born. What's your reason for being born? Freaking Pandora. Can you get hit by a truck? I don't understand this girl. She's literally, like, she looks like out of this world with her skin tone, plus this sheet with this blue stuff. She looks like an actual deity. She looks like a deity made flesh. Right? In both ability and in, like, in her physical form. Where, like, the other witches, I could see as people that have gained an aspect. This Pandora chick feels like she might have never even been a person at all. Right? This is crazy. She has such an otherworldly guise. It's just crazy. Yeah, and then he's like, he eats some spaghetti, right? Some cursed spaghetti, and begins going crazy. There were a lot of really good shots of Beetlejuice here. Beetlejuice lovers literally, like, to the moon, right? Imagine you watch season 1 and Beetlejuice is somehow your favorite character. And then you watch season 2. I mean, what a great day to be you. Holy. Yeah, Pandora. What is this outfit? And it's weird, too, because it's, like, longer in the back. It's got this, like, weird, like... Dude, you know what it is? It's a Halloween ghost outfit. A bedsheet outfit, but with the top cut off. This is crazy. Okay. And then Amelia crying as a child. Depressing. Beloved daughter of my brother, my wife, or my brother, His wife and myself, beautiful. I'm with you forever and ever. That's what her lie was. Yay, abandonment issues. I am so sorry, baby Amelia. You deserve so much better in this cruel and unforgiving world. Because not only are you abandoned's not even like feels like a good word to use, but not only do your family members leave you, right? But then you also just suffer in like 30 million other ways. It doesn't end there, you know? And as a kid too. She does a little girly run. By the way, this run animation, this isn't something I'm gonna get onto ReZero about too much because it happens in like every anime. This run animation like causes me physical pain. The little like arm up run. What is this? Why are you running with your elbows? Like this run. It just bothers me so much every time I see it. Like, come on, Amelia, form. You know? Come on. Could you imagine she just hits a perfect sprint form? That'd be so funny, actually. Oh my goodness. And like, what is this? She looks otherworldly here. Where she stomps him. I will forgive. And she's strong enough to do that too, to stomp him into the ground. And his entire ability, isn't it functioning on like having a barrier that people don't touch him? So how did she get past the barrier? Was it because it was unexpected or because she can just pierce his barrier? That's actually crazy. And then she just wipes reality. And then Amelia's spirits. And Amelia, as a little baby kid, is going to cause the destruction of this world. It's just so sad. I'll be a good girl. Amelia, you're already such a good girl. It's just sad. It's just sad. And then Pandora's like, hey, what's up, girl? Come here often. Literally, look at the way she's just standing. She looks like a stick. She's just being chilling. Okay. Episode 6. I'm done with this. Let's just watch the next episode. Water. Earth, fire, air. You know my current issue? I'll tell you my current issue before I watch the episode. Nothing to do with ReZero. I was drinking so much Dr. Pepper earlier that the insides of my mouth are like burnt, or like I think parts of it there's like holes. There's like holes in my mouth. So drinking water, it causes me pain. That's crazy to me. Okay. Episode 6. And by that I mean like 19 or whatever we're on. Let's get going in 3, 2, 1, bang! True. Also, where's Pandora now? You know? Aw. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. I have to pause 33 seconds in. I've been told, I think, that the OP is a spoiler. So I'm gonna skip the OP. As much as it pains me. I don't know when the OP starts and ends. Oh, frick. I'm in such a position. I can't tell. I think... Okay, wait. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll. I'll find it. I've been told it's a spoiler. I don't freaking remember if it is or not. I might be misremembering, in which case I'll just watch the next episode. It's fine. Listen. The jank. You love the jank. Shut up. I'm gonna find it. We're about 2 minutes in. I think it's about 2 minutes. Right? It's probably like a minute 30. Yeah. It's probably like right here. Okay, yeah, right here. Okay. So we're gonna start at 2 minutes flat. Okay? 2 minutes flat. Episode whatever we're on. 2 minutes flat. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bang. And then maybe if somebody tells me that if people tell me the OP's safe, then I'll watch the OP next episode. Because I forget. And your mother are safe. Okay. And poor baby Amelia is going to just... Oh, you'll leave? Then I'll do whatever I need to do to get you out. Yeah, I'll give you the key. You'll leave. You won't hurt anyone. What is the key? This poor kid. Oh, she was the first one that ever said it. That's crazy. First time she ever heard it. Oh, there's music. It's primal. It's terrifying. Please. Don't give me a heartbeat. She is the key. Her blood, her like relation to the witch is enough. Oh, the tears welling in her eyes. That's what we're seeing in the bottom of the screen. That's crazy. What? It just materialized. Sorry, she scared me. Qualified. Why is this like a trial? Did Satela make a trial before she got banished, and this is the trial? Basically, like it's same principle. That could be something. Are you gonna push her? Please be nice to her. It's crazy. Pandora is getting her to open this seal. It's like she's opening Pandora's box. Like Pandora's egging her on to open a different Pandora's box, kind of. It's just crazy. And this is going to get everyone frozen. It's going to get everyone frozen. Wait. Oh. What are you talking about? Thank you. Oh, and everything goes horribly wrong. Thank you, Fortuna. Thank you. Yeah, please don't hit Amelia by accident. Thank you. Could you imagine? No, Archie got murked. The blood is still there. Oh, wow, you are... Okay, so Pandora, you are actually... Wait. Witch's daughter... arm. Pandora's making moves. What? Oh my brain. This poor kid is just freaking out. Okay, Fortuna. I'm trying to remember right now the OVA, the like positions of everyone that was frozen, you know? Because there was like that one family and like all sorts of stuff, right? Aw. Pandora, you're so scary. She's just there. You're gonna start running out of juice eventually. Beetlejuice, thank you! Oh, we got them crazy eyes. His eyes are going like bloody. What is happening? Okay, okay. Hello? Oh, no, she just wiped it. Oh, no. She's dead. That looked like Beetlejuice's shot, though. Dude. Oh my... What? Pandora? Okay, okay, no. Wait. He got tricked. He got tricked. He thought it was Pandora. But it was... Okay. That's just horrible. She tricked him, yeah. So what she did earlier with Amelia, she like pretended to be Amelia for a second and like flipped it and twisted her mind. And now Juice is gonna lose everything, yeah. Okay, good. That's just great. He really is starting to sound like him. Amelia's just sitting there. Another broken promise. Her to her brother. She'll never forgive me. Okay. So she didn't get a... Dude. Amelia has a soul of steel. Yeah, she's still alive. This is like her deathbed, her absolute deathbed. Oh. Amelia, that was like a perfect move. Shackled. Yeah, Amelia was really like there for her in the last moments, right? And that's like all I could have ever asked. And for like a kid to be able to do that too. The pin. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you. Thank you! I was about to say, awaken your ice powers. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad she actually did. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to ruin the moment by thinking, like, kill her. But no, thank you, Amelia. That's what I was asking. You're such a real one, Amelia. You're wonderful. Beetlejuice, yeah, don't kill Beetlejuice. Don't kill Beetlejuice. Are you out? Are you out of lives? Force you into the impossible. What does that mean? She's freezing. Oh, she's freezing everyone. Okay. Wow, so she didn't even break the seal. Offset. So what's in that seal, man? You little... Ah, you're the one that did that? How could... Juice. Yeah, how did Juice make it out of this? He's completely fine. Everyone else got frozen. Oh, power comparable to hers? I guess, yeah, sloth factor was enough. Yeah, and Beetlejuice has been born. That's crazy. I literally was gonna say, like, yo, now's the time to awaken your ice powers, but it was too horrible. It was too tragic to even, for me to even speak it out loud. That it would be out of, like, mourning and pain, you know? But of course they're gonna do it. It's ReZero, like they're just like that. Wow. Authority of Vanity. Akitona, stop being such a hoe. Parting with your greatest regret. Well, accept or reject your past self. Yeah, I don't blame her. She's like an 8-year-old girl who just, you know, watched her mom die in front of her. Of course she's gonna go sicko mode. Oh, Subaru. I don't regret it. It's that I wasn't strong enough. Ooh. Good move, Amelia. Yeah. Her heart was in the right place. And even like Subaru, right? Even everyone alive. There's so many people, you know. Yeah, like they're not gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna yell at you. They're gonna be so happy that you're there. No, I'm with Amelia on that one. They cared about her, and they all got frozen together, right? Mother and Juice should have walked side by side. That's so perfect. It really reminds me of Subaru. Is that bad? Dude, Akitono, you're such a dick. I mean, There's some truth in what you're saying, but, like, calm down. Yeah, that felt too more unlucky. Okay, we speedrun them. You've abandoned all thought. Why? Dude, if I'm Ekidona, that makes me hate her more. And that's what she's been saying the entire time. Like, hating somebody who's perfect, you know? Hating somebody that won't hate you back. It's terrible. Oh. Yeah, it's all still gonna come out. There's more. Dude, and the reusers are like the same thing with Betty about like being born. Like like I feel like, oh my gosh, there's a connection there. Good night. I love Garfield. Oh, Otto said, I'm looking out for you, dog. Not Otto, too? The cut there. Oh my. The show itself cut Otto off. That's so funny. The show agrees with me, man. Don't go understanding each other like that. It's funny. Wait, why are we leaving? What, Amelia? Go help Amelia. Wait, what's happening? But why? We need to make it back before Amelia comes out. Okay, yeah. What a trio to walk in his door. Sure, dog. That's your armor, your gear. War paint. He super just beat me. He literally one-upped me. True. Oh, he agrees. Yeah, yeah, I mean, Roswell will just accept that. That makes sense. Nah. Otto. Yeah, who's this random? That's what I thought. That's what I said. Literally, you got left out of the book. wait. He's like a chosen one. He's like the anti-chosen one. If someone that OP with the crazy divine gift has been left out of the book, especially with his bad luck, he's like a cosmic force, dude. Because he's not in the prophecy. Like, that's crazy. Otto, speak up. They're talking to you, man. Introduce yourself. Dude, Otto's had like some of the best character development in terms of me as an audience member. I freaking love Otto. The way he's just randomly, I still am gonna call him random. Look at that, and Roswell's giving him the respect. Yeah, good stuff, brother. Just like you wanted. I forgot that was like his thing, yeah. That's so true. Thanks to a random Otto, just... Exactly. Why would a male character play that role? Do not call Otto just a male character, okay? Man deserves more. What? Spit it, Soob. It's crazy. Those 30 minutes always feel like 3 hours. Every time. Oh, man. Dude. I am like is still in shock of Amelia killing her. This shot of Amelia, just the way she pops, and it's the blood blossom, man, the blood blossom. No wonder we kept this girl in a little playpen away from the village, right? We knew. We had to have known. Fortuna had to have known. Okay, random thing that I wanted to connect first. Shima. So, like, I feel like the Shima to Ryuzu Shima connection to Progenitor, or, like, the original Ryuzu, where, like, she was, like, speaking of, like, the original Ryuzu's memory, right? Like, or the original Ryuzu's goals, or whatever. She, like, mentioned that for a second there. Right here. I always feel that removing the barrier would trample upon the wishes of Ryuzu Mayor, our progenitor. Like, that just gave me flashbacks to all the Betty stuff I was talking about, you know? Like, what if these clones of Ryuzu Mayor, right? Ryuzu Shima and all the other Ryuzus, what if, like, they can find, like, themselves as opposed to just being, like, the extension that somebody has projected onto them, right? Because, like finding the self, you know? Because, like, with Betty, it was, like, Betty making her own reason or finding her own reason within herself about the one, right? Making that her own, an internal thing, as opposed to the external thing of just being an experiment, like a worthless, meaningless thing. Like, finding her own meaning for what otherwise is a meaningless thing that's pushed onto her, right? So I'm like, I feel like these, you know, Shima here could be, like, going down, like, kind of a similar path a little bit. And I don't know if that's what the show's trying to do at this moment. I mean, they've kind of done a little bit of it, like, with them picking up their own things, like the tea or whatever. Or, like, they found individual quirks. And, like, Shima, of course, is different from the other Ryuzus through going through the trial and all that. So, like, they are finding themselves through their experiences, right? That's, like, separating them farther and farther, like, day by day from Ryuzu Mayor, the progenitor. So, man, I just feel like that parallels some of that Betty stuff really well. And that's kind of got me messed up. All this Pandora stuff, dude. Okay, so Pandora ran out of lives, right? Or no. No, I'm wrong. I think she didn't want to keep pushing Amelia, right? And then she wipes her memories. This girl is so OP. Literally survives a full Amelia Ice Powers meltdown, plus Beetlejuice fight, plus Fortuna fight, plus Fortuna's here. You know, changing how people, like, changing her guise to trick people into killing each other, wiping memories, rewriting history. I don't get it. She's so strong. She's got to still be around, right? There's no, like, did Envy kill her? I mean, she ain't, no. She's still here, because, because, she wasn't with Echidna. She's still around, man. Dude. This episode was just stressful. You know, like, I just felt so stressed the entire time. This show stresses me out, man. Because it's different. It's different when it's, like, baby Amelia. It's also different because, like, I know Fortuna's gonna die. Well, I didn't know she was definitely gonna die. No, I mean, but it's kind of, you could assume that, right? Fortuna was likely gonna die, and then we knew Beetlejuice was gonna go insane, and we knew everything was gonna get frozen. So it just, watching the pieces, just watching it fall apart is just sad, right? Especially when we have this unknown here. This shot, dude, unseen hand killing her, just come on, man. And then Amelia, can we talk about Amelia, literally soul of steel? Her dying mother in her hands, right here, where her eyes are shaking and her mouth is shaking. And then she steels herself, right? She closes her eyes, sheds a few tears, and then smiles. And then says she'll forgive her. That literally, like, was one of the most shocking things I've seen in a long time, I feel like. I feel like this really did something to me for a second there. Because it's just like, wow. Like, the spirit of this child, right? Who, in the worst day of their lives, uncontested. In the rest of their lives, they're honestly spoiled and naive, right? Despite all of that, this unrelenting, you know, like, quiet and beautiful kindness that we saw with Beetlejuice, where he sobs and, like, she cradles him, and we see glimpses of with modern, like, current day Amelia, like, that beautiful thing, like, rears its full head with her dying mother, where, like, that desire to comfort and be there for Fortuna, like, supersedes all the fear and all the pain of the moment, right? And the pain's still there, but she's able to steel herself and be there for her and just be kind, and it's just beautiful. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then, okay, the slap. The Amelia slap tripped me out. Where is that slap? I need to see the slap. So yeah, Pandora's walking up on her. And then she snaps into Amelia's form. But she didn't actually hit Amelia. That's Pandora again. Oh my god, this is scary. Then picks her up and it's Pandora. And then she drops her and panics. And Amelia's just big chillin' over here. Dude, it's so trippy. And then, same thing later, but she makes Fortuna look like Pandora so that Beetlejuice kills Fortuna. So she's capable of making people look like making people look like other people, right? And making herself look like other people. And there's also the point of Beetlejuice's eyes are bloody, so he can't really see that well. I feel like that was kind of part of the formula here. I need to watch this again so I can really figure out what happened. So she's holding Amelia's hand, all Huma. They're going for Pandora. Pandora just says, I got bad news for y'all. And it just cuts to her getting iced. It's just so horrible. So, like, the crazy thing with Pandora, too, she's not even, like, fighting. Well, no, she kicked Regulus once. Never mind. I was gonna say, like, there's like an odd like pacifism in the way she's approaching these problems by having them kill each other, but she did kick Regulus. Wow, yeah. So Beetlejuice thought he speared Pandora, right? He sees Fortuna looking at Pandora, but really it's yeah. It's not even the blood in his eyes, because he's just straight up seeing him like that. And Amelia just looks over, because they're completely different silhouettes, right? Like, it's not just like, oh, my eyes are bloody, I accidentally shot the wrong person. No, I mean, yeah, she was doing magic. She's doing crazy things. How do we deal with this hoe? Well, I know one power that's stronger, it's Return by Death. Envy is just straight up stronger, right? Unless you have multi-timeline movement, you're just hoed. I mean, you might be unbeatable, like Loki, but, you know, immovable, or what's it, like the, unstoppable force versus immovable object, like, Super's an unstoppable force. So even if you look like an immovable object, I think he's gonna find a crack, eventually, if he had to go head-to-head, right? And if he doesn't find a crack, then a GG, right? Because there is the possibility that the situation gets so dire that even a full 3-day reset, there's not enough room to fix it. It's just dead. It's just a dead end. That is a risk that does exist. Bars. Yeah. So bad. Okay. I just don't know what to do about this Pandora chick, man. Beetlejuice losing his mind. Horrible news. Just super sad. Amelia going death mode. It was just stressful. It was just horrible. I didn't even know what to say. I still don't know what to say. This shot of the ice spreading through the trees, freezing everybody, and just going... Yeah, that goes hard. That's a really good scene. Oh, man. And then she just wipes memories. She's just got so many powers. Rewrite reality, wipe memories, change looks of other people, strong enough to either break through Regulus' barrier or at least stomp him like a groundhog into the stone. Even a full force Amelia Tantrum Ice Blossom extravaganza, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, controversial maybe take. What if what's that guy's name? Regulus? Sword Saint. Regulus. No, that's not. Imagine, Regulus as the Sword Saint. No, Reinhard. There it is. Reinhard's Sword Saint. Can he kill her? Like, is his sword able to, like, cut through whatever's, like, keeping her alive? Like, cut through her reality bending? Like, plus all his Sword Saint magic? And all that divine blah-blah, 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 all, you know, his stacked up, like, a million buffs. If he hits her with it, does it work, or does she just respawn? I don't freaking know. I mean, she's able to survive elemental magic, easy clap, and she's able to survive witch factor attacks with Beetlejuice. So I don't think any witch factor ability will be able to kill her necessarily, like easy off the rip, unless it like expressively counters her. And in elemental magic, she survived an extremely competent ice wizard plus Amelia Tantrum mode, which is like the frozen witch. You know what, Amelia? You're kind of earning the namesake. If you freeze the entire fortress because you're mad as a kid because your mom just died, well, being mad as a kid because your mom just died, that's probably a big power spike, so... Yeah. I don't know. Point being though, Amelia, you popped off. I'm gonna let the frozen witch ideas. I'm gonna let it slide for now. But it's not a factor. It's just weird. Like, why is she so strong in this ability? Right? What's in its blood too? It's ice blossoms. It's like a morbid art piece, you know? It's not just, oh, I shoot all Huma, but it's extra big. Also, dude, freaking Echidna, can you stop being so mean? You remind me of Ram. This was a really good, really sweet. I'll sing my dreams so mother up in the skies above can hear me. Like, I know mother would want me to dream and would want me to live this life and be happy. And so I'm not going to break down and cry. And, well, breaking down and crying is okay. That's not a problem. But I'm not going to lose hope, because that's not what my mother would want for me, you know? I'm not going to lose hope because of her death. And this is exactly, I'll tell her that I'm going to live happily in the world she loved. But it just reminds me of Subaru's mom and Subaru's dad. Like those episodes. like both her and Subaru, I feel like came out of these this trial, right, without those regrets of that came from family. That came a lot from like regret, you know, because for Amelia it had to do with Fortuna a lot, and Beetlejuice, who I think she considered to be on the level of family, or at least was approaching that. You know, they didn't have a lot of time together. And then, you know, Subaru, of course, it was obviously like it's straight up his mom and dad, which is still so tragic and horrible and sad that, you know, they're out there, you know, the mom and dad are just looking for Subaru and they're never going to find him because he's in this random world. Can we literally just true ending of this show as a whole, Subaru gets to send a message to his family, or at least like sees them again and they see him again. It's not even about him seeing them, it's I want them to see him, you know. And then Ekidona immediately comes out firing. Pushy, insolent, egotistical, and selfish. Blah, blah. Yeah, I mean... How much do I agree with Ekidona? Ekidona, you're... The crazy thing is she calls her a hypocrite, right? She calls Amelia a hypocrite here? The pinnacle of hypocrisy. Girl, you're talking to yourself. Egotistical? You're the most egotistical one I know. You're the most selfish one I know. You literally created an entire spiritual being with an empty question with no answer just to see what she does. That's just cruel. All you desire. You're a monster. You're horrible. I mean, however, I think she knows that she's crazy because she's from that break time, right, that we watched. Because that line about, you know, people with witch factors are crazy, and she's got a witch factor. And she knows it, and she said that anyways. This is, you know. But, so I think she's aware of that, how she's probably crazy. But, to a degree. I think that was maybe just a moment of sobriety. Man. It's, like, selfish, but to the point, like, her being selfless, right? Of, I don't know. I'm fine with Amelia being selfish. I mean, some of this was a little brazen, like a little reckless. Where, like, Ekidona's bringing up some pretty valid concerns. You know? Like, what if they hate you? What if they die? What if the land dies? And then Amelia, like, hits her with immediate, like, hyper-optimism. Well, not hyper, because she does admit that they'll still yell at her. Wow, you know, but still, like, Ekidona's things are still valid. But at the same point, like, I think Amelia's aware of that, but she's just more so choosing to look on the bright side. Ekidona, I need to know what your issue is with this chick. Okay, I kind of want to watch the break time. Yeah. And the next two trials are probably going to, like, low-key be off-screen. Because I mean, Amelia, or, girl literally said, like, this will be easy clap for you. Okay, we're on 19. Break time 19. Otto's Diary. We love a good Otto's Diary. 3, 2, 1, bang. Go away. There we go. Thank you. Man. It seemed like Amelia randomly, like, think about Subaru during that all really did it to me, too. Okay, sorry, let me focus. Rival in love. Explain. Don't cut him off, Subaru. Didn't think about Otto, though. Yeah, Otto. Team, cherish our lives. Heard. Mm-hmm. By my own will. Don't start hitting me with like free will in a world of resetting. You know? That'd be crazy. The luck he owns alone. Coming from. Yeah, coming from Otto, who lacks luck. But also is extraordinarily lucky because he actually lived. Based on some of that backstory people were talking about. This is a power trio right here. I like this trio a lot. Yeah. Yeah, Otto. Hey? Alright, we're here. Yes, sir. Aw. Aw. Yay! Hindering progress. Poggers. Oh, man. This show is so crazy to me. Dude, that OP looks crazy. I want to watch that OP so freaking bad. I won't yet. I won't yet. I'm gonna have to double check in the Discord to make sure to be like I'm allowed to watch it or not. Because it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Yeah. Echidna, you're such a hoe. Where the heck is Pandora right now? Is there a Bishop of Vainglory? Where's Pandora? Is Pandora here? Is Pandora still the thing of Vainglory? Are Pandora and the Witch of Envy, are they chilling? Are they chilling together? Are they friends? Witch of Envy, did you miss one? Surely you knew that Pandora existed, but did you get sealed before you could kill Pandora and Pandora was like a survivor, or was Pandora too strong? I don't know what is happening. Why would Pandora be stronger than the rest of them? Why is Vainglory so strong? I mean, why is Envy so strong? That's been a question from the very beginning. Why is Amelia the key to this random seal? What is this seal? What are they hiding? I do not know. I still don't know. I thought the seal was maybe going to freeze everyone. It was going to be Puck. Nope, not at all the case. And it's draining mana. It's not freezing things. We already know that. Let me reiterate that that's the case. What's draining mana? What is draining mana? What is it going to someone? Is it going to something? Is it a protection? Is it that the mana's drained because the seal itself needs mana to seal the thing? Is it drained because whatever it's sealing cannot have access to mana, or else that's problems? Or is the mana being drained because it's funneled somewhere else or to someone else? I don't know. I do not know. Basically, I have no idea, man. Pandora, can you wear actual clothes? I feel like you're gonna flash me every time you're on screen, and then you get shot like a million times, and then you're just being chilling. And then you wipe memories and leave. The way she acts even reminds me of freaking Echidna. The whole, like, how she's just an observer, it feels like. How she's just watching events. How she's unperturbed. She feels like she just is enjoying watching the show. Dude, she's enjoying watching the show more than I am because I'm in pain and suffering. That's crazy to me. She is the audience. Imagine. That'd be a really weird thing. But yeah, and then Amelia just Giga Chad. You are no longer shackled by any promises. In that case, bah, bah. What a dangerous thing to do. What brought dead? Please calm down. We can talk it over. Dead. Pandora, does it hurt? Surely it doesn't. You're just so fine with it. Your mother would be sad, kind-hearted, murder. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, you need to know who to aim your kindness at. Like, yeah, I mean, Pandora's a problem. I'm fine with icing her. Both. Pun not intended, right? Ice. Funny, but yeah, like, true. Basically, true. And then you just walk up and are so tender and with wiping the memories. Fill the emptiness however you please. You did your very best to keep your promise. Crazy stuff about promises. You know what's maybe the craziest thing to me? That Amelia didn't ever break her promise. And that's, like, part of why, like, it's so crazy whenever someone breaks their promise to her. Because she's never broken one, right? And she went through all of this. And she froze the entire forest. And she watched her mother die just for that promise. He'd be most pleased if you would engrave that fact in your plan. And then Puck just shows up. Puck, how do you connect? You didn't even show up once in none of this. I thought you woulda. Because why does he care about her then? Why does the Puck care about this random girl that got frozen and froze this forest? Okay, Puck cares about Satela. Puck and Satela are friends. In the same way that Beetlegoose and Satela are friends. Satela was a spirit word. Okay, it's all coming together. Amelia is good with spirits because Satela was good with spirits, and that's why Satela and Beetlegoose are friends, which is why Beetlegoose and Amelia had that connection. Same reason Satela was probably friends with Puck, which is why Puck cares about Amelia, right? Especially going back because Pandora's the one that made Satela split into the Witch of Envy, which is why everybody hates Pandora, especially from Mother Fortuna. And Puck still likes Satela, right? Because Satela and Puck are probably still important to each other, right? Question mark. Maybe. Keep that in mind. Puck. Also, why were you part of the seal and you had a promise to someone? You were part of the seal for her memories, right? Where was that? Puck, where are you, little Puckathan? I was constantly trying to break our contract. So I guess it makes sense that I'd lose my greatest strength of spirit. True and real. Yeah, explain yourself, Pucky. I am so hungry. Do I have anything to eat? I got nuts. Am I actually going to eat on camera? Is this the first time I've eaten on camera? I think it is. Okay, explain yourself, Puck. Honey roasted cashews. Hoggers. I'm so sad. I say as Puck is literally leaving Amelia, breaking their promise. I need you to say that. I wish I could explain everything, but there's no time. Make the time. He talks to Subaru earlier. It's that he can't, man. Or later. And love. All this focus on love. Amelia said a line during the last episode we just watched that was like, I want to tell her, referring to Mother Fortuna, that I love her over and over again. Right? That line. As soon as she said that, first thing I thought of, Satela saying, I love you to Subaru. Right? That, like, the repetition aspect. And Puck loves her so much. I'm breaking the contract. Okay, here. Once I'm gone, the seal on your memories will be lifted. But Pandora put the seal on her memories. How does Puck have to do with that at all? Huh? Remember them will probably make you very sad. You don't say. Remembering them will probably make you really sad. I mean, does Puck know of those memories? Did he get a glimpse of them, or is he just guessing? Because it's a fair guess. She starts getting them, yeah. Love you more than anyone in the world. Wait, okay, Puck. Puck. Let me get a look at full body Puck really quick. Wait, okay, I'm gonna write some. Okay, so Puck got blue eyes. Pierced ear. Okay. Mother Fortuna, what do you look like? Open your eyes. This is crack. I know it's crack. Do you know what I'm leading up to here? Open your eyes, you little woman. No, they're purple. Frick. I thought there might have been a world that they were this, like, that they were, like, a reincarnation, same person. I don't know. But they're not. Pandora's got blue eyes. Puck is Pandora. Think about it. Puck. Pucky, Pucky, Puck. Man, everyone's got this asymmetrical look, too, right? Fortuna's got the thing. Amelia's not got the thing. Pandora's got the blue thing. Maybe it's just character design 101, right? But part of me wants to try to read into it. And then, obviously, like, Idona's got the thing. I think it's just character design 101. Man. Okay. Puck, Seal on Memories, Pandora. Puck, Seal on Memories, Pandora. Puck, Seal on Memories, Pandora. Okay, so Puck. Pandora Pandora sealed her memories. Stamp. While she's freezing herself. Right? So, the seal comes from Pandora. But Puck is directly tied to that seal breaking. Why? Imagine, this is funny. This is a crack theory. A complete crack. Puck is the Archbishop of Vainglory. Wouldn't that be just hilarious? Oh, man. Because it's like, you know, I don't know. Just because there's some sort of connection there somewhere. Not that he's Archbishop, because that's just, you know, crazy. But that Pandora's memory seal was tied to Puck's, contract. Especially because that contract, maybe that's like, maybe he was just working on it. Maybe he was like worming his way into the seal, and that's why he formed the contract to gain the power and like engross into it. And then when he had like intertwined with it hard enough, then he breaks his contract to also break the seal. Maybe it was just a move on him doing magic in her skull, right? Or it could have been that Puck is somehow connected to Pandora and Pandora's magic already. And I don't know where Puck was, or what Puck's doing. Or if Puck was those spirits, or what. So basically Pog. Honestly, I think that's all I got for this episode. Episode, what was that, 19, I think? Was it 19? Yes, it was 19 of ReZero Season 2. On to the next, episode 20. Of course, if you make this part of the episode, I do appreciate it. Not that many people do. 8%, 2%, whatever it is, you're here, that's what matters. I appreciate you for that. Of course, like the video. If you like the video, subscribe if you're new. Comment down below if you have anything to say about the show, about something else, about what you ate for dinner. Tell me about it. Why not? Or, of course, join the Discord and talk to me there, or talk to other people. You can spoiler tag things, talk about anything in the show, or in the greater web novel, whatever. Why not? Kind of fun. But yeah, that's all I really got for this episode. On to the next. I'll be seeing you then.